Hi everyone, this is Sandy Racy with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to another video tutorial. Today we're going to do our last project using the Nuts About Squirrels stamp set. And we're also pairing it this week with the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper in the annual catalogs. Page 130, love this paper. And I love this stamp set. This is on page 49 in the mini catalog. So we're going to do a fun fold today, and I believe it's called a double flap bridge card. So I cased this card from a couple of my team members. We had a fun fold team swap not too long ago, and one of them had two of them had done the same card, but I kind of cased both of them. They both did fall cards, but they were just so cute. I loved it. So we did it in class, I think last month. So I just wanted to share this one with you for those of you who couldn't come to class. So I've just taken a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, folded it in half, and now I'm going to cut up to my score line at 1 1/4 from each side. Okay, those are going to make our front panel and our second panel, or flap as we would call them. I always call them panels. I don't know. So I'm at 1 1/4, and I'm going to just go up to that score line right in the middle, and then let's do 1 1/4 from this side. I like how it has some marks on this side as well. Okay, I like to go ahead and score it so that it's easier to see where to score it to, or where to cut it to. All right, so let's flip this around, and I'm gonna do my stamping, and then we'll do assembly. So I have lots of pieces, so don't let that intimidate you. I will have measurements and supply list on my blog. So we have our 3 white pieces. This is our inside panel. Then we have a white circle from the circle dies, and then just a 1/2 inch strip of white. So let's do some stamping. I'm using my poor decrepit early espresso ink pad. All right, now it's kind of hard to see white on white, so I'm going to bring my circle and put it here so I can see what I'm doing. And I just want to squeeze my cute little squirrel right there on the white. All right, and then we're going to stamp our sentiments using Early Espresso too. So I'm going to do this as a birthday card because I do have lots of fall birthdays. All right, not very straight. Let's flip it over, try it one more time. That's why, because I can't see what I'm doing. So let's put it on here. That's a lot easier to see when you have it on a dark background. And then on the other side, let's stamp our inside sentiment. Hope you're feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'm going to put this right in the center. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Let's close this guy up. And then I'm going to use some Cajun Craze. And we're going to stamp the inside of our squirrel with Cajun Craze, since that's the base of our card. We've been using cinnamon cider, but I'm using some of this fun fall leaf paper, and it has pumpkin pie and Cajun Craze and some bumblebee and different browns. I just love this paper. And I've used a lot of it, and so I'm surprised I still have it. It's because I bought a whole bunch. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our squirrel, and I'm lining up the feet and the ears. And then usually everything else falls into place when I do that. Although I'm not sure. I feel like I might have moved that. Let's take a look. Oh, he looks good. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, next I'm going to use this little leaf. And on the, whoops, fell off. On the inside, I'm just going to kind of set that so I can see. when I had this panel closed, I want to see some leaves on either side. So I'm just going to stamp some leaves going up and down both sides. Have them kind of go in different directions. And then maybe one down here. So they look a little different. You could do different colors if you wanted to. All right. Now we're ready for some assembly. Let's go ahead and glue our inside to the back of the card here. So that is out of the way. Okay, then on our middle panel, I've cut a piece of this gorgeous fall paper, and I'm going to stick it on this piece of early espresso, but first I have some of this gold, what is this called? It's gold, is it shimmer ribbon? It's called metallic specialty paper. That's what it is. I don't know, but it's sparkly. Now, when we did this in class, it was in September, so we had the bedazzling paper, which was sparkly, and this is the next best thing. So I just cut a couple of very thin strips, and I'm just gluing them to the edge, and I'm going to trim that off because I didn't cut it to size. I just did like a 1/8 inch. I'm gluing them right to the side panels, so it's flush with the edge of my designer paper. And then we're going to trim this off. I'm going to throw those two in my scrap box. Okay, because you just always want, you know, I love just a little bit of that gold goes a long way. Okay. I'm going to glue this onto the early espresso, and I've just got a very thin border going around. And then your leaves can go, these are kind of coming down, you could have them going up. I kind of like them draping down. So I'm going to glue this to the center panel with my leaves coming down. And this leaves, I've cut it so there's just a thin border of Cajun Craze going around. All right, now we have these two panels. So before I glue those down, I have a piece of window sheet. It's 1.5 by 4.5. All right, and this is going to make our bridge. So when we flip it up, we've got this clear bridge. So I'm going to take a little bit of tear and tape. I'm going to put it right on the outside short edges of the window sheet. All right, and then we're going to take that paper off. I like to use my piercer, that helps get it off. And I'm going to put it up about maybe in 1/4 inch. I don't want it right at the bottom, and I'm centering it on these two panels. Okay, there's a reason I don't have it right at the bottom, so I'll show you that now. So I've cut 2 pieces of the wood grain, which I love. And it's nice because I really want this pretty fall paper to kind of be my focal point. So I'm just going with a nice wood panel on the 2 sides. All right, so the reason I don't put that all the way down is because I don't want this showing. And this wood panel, if I put it all the way at the edge, some of that would be showing, and that would not look good. So I'm covering up all the yucky bits with pretty pieces. Okay, so let's do the other side. You want to make sure that that middle panel is down while you're doing this, because that's our inside panel. All right, we'll glue this down. I like this Tombow because it lets me move it a little. It gives me a few seconds to move it. Because I did not, oh, I can't pick it up. I did not have it straight, so that's what I like about the Tombow. So that's what I use on my cards. When I'm crafting, and I've been crafting for the craft show, I go through a lot of Tombow. Okay, so this now, we open that up, then we have this piece. Okay, so it actually gives you, three different looks. So you have the closed look, the semi-open look, and then the all the way open look. I feel like there's some static. That's what's happening. Static electricity is grabbing onto my paper. Now we have our squirrel. Oh, I forgot to stamp the acorn. Oh, we can't forget that. I'm going to grab some soft suede. And I'm going to stamp off the cap once. Okay, and then we're going to do the bottom of the acorn full strength. And in the acorn you can see where his little hand goes. Okay. Whew. I must have had a colorless acorn there. That's not good. All right, let's glue this to a little piece of early espresso that I've cut with the layering circles dies. All right, now this is going to adhere to my strip. So when it's open, you don't want any adhesive here because I don't want it stuck to my paper. So I'm only putting adhesive back here and behind the squirrel. Now I would use seal adhesive. I don't have any up here right now. So I'm gonna put it just a little bit. Pretend this is seal, it is snail. I'm gonna put it kind of in a T so it sticks to my window sheet and then to the right side of my card. Whoops, now I'm making a mess here. Let's get my adhesive remover. Okay. So it's moving like that. Now we're going to put our happy birthday. And I am just going to flag the ends of this. I'm going to pop it up right there. Make sure I get the right one because I had to stamp that twice. Although it doesn't look as crooked as it did before. Now I want to be careful that I'm putting the dimensionals where it's going to stick. I don't want one hanging off because then I can't open my card right. So just be aware of placement when you're doing it like this. Okay, let me make sure that's not going to pop through. Oh, see, I'm going to have to cut another one because I don't want my happy showing through. But I'll cut another one. But this is the gist of it. So isn't that cute? Now you can embellish it or add some string. I think it's just pretty how it is with that gold specialty paper there. We open it up. And then inside our sentiment. So when I write in here, I would just keep it within the in the center panel so that it doesn't spread out to my pretty leaves. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's getting close to the end of the month, so you want to check if you haven't signed up for my drawings. Make sure to look at the video for October 1st and see how you can be entered to win some cards and other goodies. So thanks so much, and I will see you guys Thursday. All right, bye-bye.